Hello. In this video, we want to solve the right triangle in which alpha equals 30 degrees and c equals 6, as shown in the following figure. So, here's the thing. We have a figure here that is a right triangle. We don't know the legs, they're A and B. The angle that's opposite A is 30 degrees. The angle that's opposite B is beta. Now, that's actually very important. When we're doing a right triangle, if we were to label everything, the C is always the hypotenuse, and A and B are always the legs. Now, they're all lowercase for the legs and the hypotenuse. And for the angles, they would be alpha and beta. Now, alpha is always opposite A, and beta is always opposite B. Okay, so that's always very important. And technically, gamma would be opposite C, but that's going to be 90 degrees for a right triangle. Alrighty. Now that we know that, I'm just going to leave that there. Now that we know that, what it means to solve a right triangle is to find everything. Find alpha, beta, gamma, A, B, and C. Anything that you don't know already needs to be found. We know that's 90 degrees. Sorry. We know that's 90 degree angle here. The 30 degrees is opposite the A, and beta is right here, but we can immediately find beta. Because beta is simply 180 minus 90 minus 30. In other words, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So if we add up the 30 degrees and the 90 degrees and then subtract that from the 180, that will give us beta. So 180 minus 90 is 90, 90 minus 30 is 60. So beta is 60 degrees. Good. That's one thing we needed. We also need to know A and B here. Now, I can use beta or I can use 30. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and use 30 because we didn't know that to begin with. So it's always best to begin it with an angle that you didn't know or that you already knew. So I'm going to go ahead and begin with this 30 degrees. Notice what is cosine of 30 degrees here. Well, cosine of 30 degrees, cosine, using SOHCAHTOA, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. In this case, adjacent to 30 degrees is B, and the hypotenuse is 6. So that would be B over 6. Now, notice that we can just solve for B here. Multiply both sides by 6, so we get 6 cosine 30 degrees equals B. And notice, though, that cosine 30 degrees is one of those special angles. So 30 degrees is one of those special angles. Cosine 30 degrees is root 3 over 2. So that means that B would be root 3 over 2 times 6. And simplify, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So B equals 3 square root of 3. So B equals 3 square root of 3. If you can do this exactly, I expect you to do this exactly. Good. Alrighty. Now, that's for cosine. The reason I chose cosine, I just wanted to find B. So if I use sine, sine is opposite. Opposite over hypotenuse. Notice I don't know A, but I do know 6. So I can do this again, but this time with sine. So the sine of 30 degrees is the opposite A over the hypotenuse, 6. Multiply by 6 gives me 6 sine 30 degrees, and sine of 30 degrees is just a half. So A equals 6 times a half. So A equals 3. And there you go. We have just solved this triangle. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and I will see you in the next one.